Namaskaram, welcome to my channel VPK Nutrition, Mind Body Healing with Pushpa. In today's episode, I'm going to be starting a new series from the yoga tradition. I'm going to be talking about chakras. So in today's episode, I will give you an introduction to chakras, what they are, how many there are in the body, and what kind of impact they have on our physical and mental health. And it is also a means to connect with our spiritual self, and so I will kind of touch upon that as well. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. First of all, thank you to all my viewers who have been watching regularly, my subscribers, and those who haven't, please do subscribe, like it, share, comment. Would appreciate all of those things. So let's get started with today's episode. Before we talk about the chakra system itself, it's important to know another concept called the Panchakoshas. So Pancha means 5, Koshas means sheets. So there are 5 sheets described in yoga and Ayurveda that our body has. So the Annamaya Kosha is the first layer, which is Anna means food. So this is called the food sheet, and basically it is a physical body that you see that it is formed because of the food that we eat. Now the next layer is called the Pranamaya Kosha. So prana means life energy, life force that keeps us alive. So this layer is a subtle layer, and it carries a lot of channels called Nadis, and these Nadis are like, you can imagine them to be like capillaries which carry energy throughout the body and keeps everything in circulation. And the third sheath is called the Manonmaya Kosha, or the mind layer. So Pranamaya Kosha actually is in between the physical body and the mental layer. So it kind of connects the two, and it's important for the prana to be flowing freely to keep us balanced mentally and physically. Then of course, after the Manonmaya Kosha, we have the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the Buddhi, or the intellect sheath. So the intellect helps us decipher the information that comes through the mind, and so it's the organ of discrimination, helps you make decisions. And then of course, that's also based on our own knowledge, the knowledge you get from the cosmic knowledge, as well as our vasanas. And then the last sheath is the Anandamaya Kosha, or the bliss sheath, which is beyond the mind. And that's the state we want to get to in meditation initially. So this is basically the kosha system. In the modern world, we all know there's a lot of stress. A lot of people have a lot of stress, and they commit to too many things, and they don't take the time to breathe enough. So what happens is a lot of blockages happen in the subtle layers of our body, and then decreasing the prana within. And so this leads to lack of energy, and you're not able to do a lot of stuff in the world. And eventually this leads to physical and mental issues. So why is it important to understand the system? And this understanding the nadis and the chakra system can actually help us balance some of the problems that we're having in our physical as well as mental body. So let's get started talking about the nadis itself. In the traditional literature, yoga as well as Ayurveda, we talk about there are 72,000 nadis in the body. It's big and small, all kinds of sizes. However, there are 3 main nadis that are given prominence. Those 3 nadis are Sushumna Nadi, Ida Nadi, and Pingala Nadi. Sushumna, and these 3 run along the spinal cord. The Sushumna Nadi is located right in the middle, overlapping the spinal cord. Then the Pingala Nadi originates from the base of the spine, which is called the Muladhara Chakra, or root chakra, on the right side. So, and it weaves up, this is the right channel leading to the right nostril. So, and this controls the right hemisphere of the brain, which is the logical thinking brain. This is also the solar energy, the heating. It produces heat in the body, and is also considered to be the masculine energy in the body. Now the Ida Nadi originates from the left part of the Muladhara Chakra, on the left side of the Sushumna Nadi, and again winding motion goes up to the left nostril. This is the lunar energy, or the feminine energy in the body, which is responsible for creativity, emotions, and opening your heart and all of those things. So again, it is very important that we have a good system without any blockages, so both the right and the left hemisphere of the brain are able to function well. Now the chakra system again runs along the same axis. So wherever the Ida and the Pingala Nadi are crossing the Sushumna Nadi, the junction is where these chakras are located. There are 7 chakras described. Of course, there are many more, about 114 chakras in the body, big and small. But the main chakras that we talk about in today is the 7 main chakras, and I'm going to be describing each of these later on. However, each of these chakras have their own color, their own function, and also a bija mantra which can be used in meditation to balance some of these chakras. So when we remove these blockages by doing spiritual practices like yogasanas and pranayama, the chakras get balanced. Interestingly, if you want to link it to modern medicine or even kind of have a little bit of an imagination here, these chakras are overlapping, or the subtle layer is overlapping on the physical body at the same place where a lot of the endocrine glands are located. So you can think of it as when you balance these chakras, it's possible that some of these hormones also get balanced in the physical body. So we, again, Ayurveda, Yoga, Eastern sciences in general always look at a holistic approach to health and healing. So we're always thinking about a physical body, what can I eat, what should I do, and things like that. But when we start to also help these subtle channels by these spiritual practices like yoga, you can effect so much more changes. And of course, there are studies done about meditation and how these things can help balance your mental health as well. So this is basically the chakra system. In future episodes, I'm going to be covering each of those chakras. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Just to give you a quick recap, we talked about the Panchakoshas, and then we talked about the Nadis, which are the energy channels that carries the prana, the life force in the body, which is very important to keep clear and strong so that you feel more balanced. There are 72,000 Nadis, but 3 major Nadis, the Sushumna Nadi running straight in the middle of the spine. Then you have the Ida and the Pingala Nadis, which are going across that. So the Pingala is the solar energy, the masculine energy, starting at the right base of the spine and then weaving to the right nostril, controls the right hemisphere, the logical thinking. Ida Nadi starts at the left, which is the lunar energy, reaching the left nostril, controls the cooling energy in the body. It is a feminine energy and responsible for creativity in the body. The 7 chakras are located at the synapses of these Ida and Pingala, where they meet the Sushumna Nadi. Starting from the base, you have the root chakra, the Mooladhara chakra, which is responsible for grounding. If that is blocked or imbalanced, you're going to feel ungrounded. Then you have the next one, which is Swadhisthana, located just below the navel. This is responsible for creativity and flow. The third one is the Manipura chakra, which is located in the navel region, which is responsible for digestion in the body, mentally and physically. Then you have the Anahata chakra in the heart region, which gives us love and compassion. Then the throat chakra, which is called Vishuddha chakra, helps us with speech and communication. Then you have the Agni chakra in the third eye, which is responsible for intuition. And also then you have the Sahasrara chakra just above the crown, which is our connection to the cosmic intelligence. So again, we're going to be discussing all of these one by one in detail, talking about the elements, the bija mantra, and the physical, how it impacts the physical body and the mental body, and how to balance these. So stay tuned for the future episodes. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you get your notification for all of these. So again, have a wonderful week ahead. Listen to your body, observe your mind, and help yourself. See you next week.